people don't usually join high control groups voluntarily. And the reason why is that there is a lack of informed consent. People are not actually aware of what's going on. So the recruitment process that high control groups usually follow is very deceptive, and it's also based on creating an environment of indoctrination. So the people that join the high control groups, they don't do it voluntarily, but rather they're recruited through unnecessary systematic social influences. And what that means is that there are excessive, planned, controlled, organized, and repeatable ways through which people change their minds to meet the demands of their social environment. To give you one example of this in ACJ is that they do a lot of feedback about all the personal stuff in your life. So when they recruit you, they put people in your life that are currently in ACJ, but they pretend not to be in ACJ. And so those people are called maintainers. So they kind of befriend you. They build a relationship with you based on false background stories to kind of gain your trust. And then all the personal stuff that you share with them, they share that with the leaders as well as the teachers in the organization. And then those people develop plans to recruit you based on those kind of vulnerabilities and things that you've shared. And they also focus a lot on things like group conformity, where in their kind of Bible study classes, a large part of the class are people that are already in the ACJ, but they're pretend as if they're kind of first-time students. So they kind of create this classroom environment where the rest of the students want to fit in. So human beings, we're social creatures. And we naturally, if there's a specific social environment that's created, we want to kind of fit in with the rest. And ACJ capitalizes on the idea of social conformity. But what's actually quite funny is that they'll usually tell you, you should discern for yourself. But at the same time, they put you in an environment where it's very difficult for you to actually do that. They'll tell you, you shouldn't conform, but they create an environment of conformity. And this is actually quite, sometimes people find it quite difficult to recognize this when they're in the church and they already believe it. But when you leave the church and you look back on it, it becomes brutally obvious that they use these kind of social influences. So the people that are recruited to high control groups, they usually don't receive sufficient information in order for them to make an informed decision. And this is one of the reasons why I started my channel, to kind of empower people to think for themselves, to put content out there regarding the tactics of ACJ so that people can make an informed decision for themselves. If after they've listened to all of that, they still want to join the ACJ, then, go ahead. At least they had an opportunity. I'm not trying to force anyone to do anything. I'm simply putting out content out there so people can make their own informed decision, because I never had that opportunity. So I try to provide that opportunity for other people.